Welcome back, my friend, to episode 119 Shed Pounds Secrets Beyond Willpower. I hope you're ready for an open, honest, and eye opening conversation because we're going to talk about something that goes beyond dieting, quick fixes, and willpower. My name is Clarenda Price, and I'm a certified life and weight loss coach, personal trainer, and was a nurse for over 2 decades, which, as I say that could make me sound old. But I'm going to go by the old saying that says you're only as old as you feel. It's our attitude, energy, and outlook that determines how we feel and how we appear. And of course, we can't separate our mind and body, our mental and physical health. So that's why I help women who are thriving in so many areas, but are struggling with weight gain. They're frustrated with the increased girth around their middle, their belly, due to the increased cortisol, which often is from mismanaged or unmanaged stress. On our consults, they usually say they've noticed a decrease in their energy and that they're starting to eat mindlessly, no matter what they're doing, especially a difficult task. Maybe you can relate to that. I know my brain will provide the thought of, oh, this will just help you get through, especially if it's something that is difficult, which for me would be a tech issue. In this past week's Feel Light Mind and Body coaching session, we talked about how at staff meetings, often there's abundance of food around the table. And that combined with maybe it not being quite so interesting, and we'll find ourselves mindlessly munching to either distract ourselves because we're bored or simply just for the pleasure of it. Food and emotions are frequently intertwined, and the power comes, the change comes when we no longer have to feel like we're white knuckling it or we're feeling restricted when we say no. Instead, we say no thank you because we are making a healthy choice and we want to have more nourishment in our lives. We want to nourish our mind and our body. When we say no thank you, as a choice, because it aligns with our values, because it aligns with our goals of how we want to feel now, but also how we want to feel in the future. That's where the power lies. Let's check in with you. Have you ever started a new plan, felt really motivated, seeing some success, and then suddenly something happens and boom, you stop? Or maybe it's more of a gradual process. Life starts getting busier. You notice that your stress levels are spiking. Maybe there's a last-minute vacation that pops up, and then everything feels 10 times harder. You start to notice that your habits, those healthy habits, are starting to slip, and you're not being as consistent. You're wondering, why can't I stick to this? What is wrong with me? Why can't I be consistent? This is where I hear very often, Clarenda, I don't have enough willpower. I need more willpower. But willpower isn't the real problem. Willpower is like your phone battery. It starts out strong, but as the day goes on, it drains. If you rely on willpower alone, you'll always feel like you're battling yourself, and that feels exhausting. So today, in the short time that we have together, we will touch on what's really driving your actions. Your actions start from a decision. We'll also talk about willpower and why it fades, and the science-backed strategies that help you reach your healthiest weight, and then the habits that can go into place to make it sustainable. One of the biggest reasons that women struggle to maintain their weight loss is because they haven't addressed the root cause behind their eating habits. I had to close a blind a bit, and I'm not complaining about the sun. But let's talk about a thought that might be running around in the background of your mind, whether you realize it or not. It's these two, actually. I'm not doing enough, or I'm not being enough. Maybe you feel like you're juggling a million things, and no matter how much you accomplish, there always seems to be more left to do. Maybe there's a quiet or loud inner critic just constantly telling you that you're not doing enough, that you're falling short somehow. Here's what happens when that thought, I'm not doing enough or I'm not being enough, goes unchecked. You overwork yourself trying to prove that you're good enough. You use food for comfort or distraction from stress. You push your needs to the back burner because everything else seems more important. Been there. Not too long ago either. Everything else can feel more urgent to us. And even if you do lose weight, when that initial motivation fades, we revert back to that old way of thinking, the old habits, and slowly, frustratingly enough, the weight gain continues. Sound familiar? Until this deeper issue is addressed, no meal plan, no diet or workout routine will be sustainable, truly sustainable. And that's why I coach my clients differently. We don't just talk about what to eat. We talk about why you eat, why you feel stuck, and how to change your thoughts and emotions so that your choices will feel good and the energy behind it will feel easier. Another thing that holds women back is mental exhaustion. Have you ever had those days where by the end of the day, you feel totally drained and you're like, wait a minute, I didn't do a lot today. It doesn't seem to match up. And yet the exhaustion is there. That exhaustion is often not physical. It's coming from mental overload. When your brain is spinning with thoughts like, I don't have enough time for this. I can never get this right. I should be doing more. That drains your energy fast. And what do we do when we feel mentally exhausted? We look for something to help us, to give us some relief, to maybe check out. And we know food and drink are so accessible everywhere at any time. It can give us that quick boost of energy. It can serve us in that moment. It just doesn't serve us later. And it's not always food and wine. It can also be Netflix or scrolling on your phone. Whatever gives us that quick dopamine fix to escape overwhelm and fatigue. Unfortunately, they create a cycle of feeling guilt, tired, or out of control. The key to breaking this cycle? It's to manage your mind and not just your meals. Just before hitting record, I checked in with a client to see if she was okay with me to share what I'm going to share, as well as her name. And she said, yes, for sure. Patsy started with the consult and the free 5 Steps So Your Clothes Feel Looser mini-series. Her friend, who had experienced success in the Feel Light, Mind and Body program, had recommended it to her and said, you've got to check this out. After that, she decided that she wanted to dive deeper into this and commit to the full program. She shared in our group coaching session that she no longer is eating like everyone else. She said, I'm not eating pizza, beer, or wine, and my willpower is really good. So you probably guessed I had to check in with her. I asked her how that felt for her to not have what everyone else is having. And she said, it felt really good. I loved that for her. Now, doesn't mean she'll never have that again. But for now, as she's moving forward and wanting to get at her healthiest weight, she's okay with that. She likes her reasons for why she's saying no, and she's keeping the goal in mind. More work will need to be done. We're going to work on that, on how then she's going to be shifting into a mindset that will allow her to be sustainable. But right now, she's excited. She also shared with the group that she's 5.6 pounds down in 3 weeks. But more importantly, is she feels a shift inside. I shared with the group that it's not so much about willpower. It's about taking care of yourself. It's about making nourishing choices that you can feel proud of. Because willpower is finite and it will wane. That's why I checked in with her and asked how she felt. She said, no, I want to do this. Because if she was feeling resentful at all, we need to change something. They're going to learn even more as they go along on how to make choices that come from within, the intrinsic values, rather than just the external circumstances and willpower. In just 3 weeks, some of her stress and frustration and guilt are fading as she learns new tools, as well as, I think, just being in the group and realizing that, oh my gosh, I'm not alone. There's people from all over in that group, and they're like, okay, so that person who lives there, they're feeling that way. It's not just my situation. We all face this. You don't have to feel so alone. The expression on her face, even the energy that she was bringing, there was such a change from where we first met on the consultation. If you're feeling stuck and frustrated, and maybe you've been trying so hard to rely on willpower and discipline, and it doesn't seem to matter how far you go, you revert back, let's change that. You can take the first step today by getting the free 5 steps so your clothes feel looser, like a lot of these ladies have. And then you can follow it up with a consult if you would like, or you can reverse the process. They're both free. So it's just a great opportunity for you to check it out and see if this resonates with you or not. It takes less than an hour to complete, and those who go through it say, oh my gosh, this was so helpful. And it's great. It's a risk-free way to get a taste of so much more to come. So much encouragement, support, accountability, all of the things that are needed to make a change in a way that you're going to enjoy. It's one thing to follow this strict plan and you're thinking, I can only do this for so long because I feel miserable. Or it might be, I feel good because I'm in a hype, I'm a little bit high on this challenge because, man, I'm tough. And then eventually that energy wanes as well. And then what? That's what I'm here for, to prevent the and then what? With solutions, with strategies, with tools that's going to just make it so much easier for you. And the good news is the Feel Light Mind and Body program is open now. You don't have to wait like you would have had to in the past for a new season. And please don't wait until the right time, because there's never going to feel like a right time. I promise. This week, there'll be another new face joining in on Thursday night, and I'm excited. I know the group's going to be so welcoming. It's safe, it's confidential, and we're just real in there. The hour together flies by, and there's always someone that has to miss. That's why we do a recording in the private membership, and that is always available for replay within a half hour. You don't need more willpower. You need a new way of thinking, a new way of showing up for yourself, and a plan that actually works for your lifestyle, not against it. Share this with someone else who you know wants to get healthier. And whether by yourself or together, you can discover the missing pieces of the puzzle that's been leaving you frustrated. Like, I can do this, but what is missing that I can't stay here, that I can't maintain a healthy weight? Or it might be my waist size. I just want to be able to wear the same pair of pants for more than just a few weeks. I want to be able to wear these because I love them. So many clients say, thank you. It's why I'm still here. It's why I'm still doing this. They say thank you because it's taken them off the hamster wheel of stress and the never-ending cycle. I can't wait until your desire to make healthy choices are stronger than your cravings. But those cravings, that's for another time. I absolutely can help you with those as well. It's a game changer. You deserve to feel lighter in your mind and body, and I'm here to help. Say yes to yourself, and let's do this together.